Hey guys, it's Mark, we're MCV Gaming here, and welcome guys to another video. So guys, this video will be kind of different. It's going to be an unscripted video. I want to talk about today something that I happened last week I went to, which is actually really cool. It's called the Music of Video Games, and this was a presentation slash a little just like a thing at Kent State University, Kent Stark in Ohio, which is really close to me, where I live, like only a couple minutes away. And Marty O Donnell, the producer of the music behind Halo and Destiny, was there, and he was speaking about how the video game production works. So this is actually very interesting. I'll actually show you a picture of the flyer right here. It's actually a pretty nice, well done flyer. You see good old Master Chief in the front of it. And yeah, so let's talk about this. So when I went there, I was kind of thinking, well, there's not going to be many people here. Who knows about this? But I didn't know. So once I got there, there's actually a good amount of people there. I mean, I bet you probably around 80 some people there, and for this decent sized little auditorium that we were going in. And when we walked inside, everyone's they opened the doors. He just kind of walked inside. It's kind of a darker room, and I looked to my left, and there he was sitting right there on a stool, just kind of watching us all come in. Marty O Donnell himself. And I'm like, holy crap, that's Marty O Donnell. And it was just really cool to see him for like one of the main people from Halo. So everyone sits down. We all kind of settle in. And everyone, he just gets up, like the guy presents him from the Dark State, like music producing school. I really don't know what he teaches, just some part of the music school. And everyone just starts applauding Marty, and because it's Marty O Donnell, he makes the Halo music soundtracks. It was just really cool. It was just really cool to be there, and it literally felt like honestly like almost like a little Halo convention in the smallest way possible. You just felt like you're literally it felt like the community was literally there. So it was just really cool. So Marty started talking, and he kind of introduced himself, saying, I worked on Halo, Destiny, and also Oni, which is a game before Halo. And right now he's currently working on a game called Gollum, which is a PlayStation VR game. We'll get into that a little bit later. He not much about that, but so he starts talking a little bit, and first he's kind of like talking about like how he kind of got into the business, how he went to I can't remember, some college in California, I'm pretty sure, and he got his master's in music composure. He wasn't going to get like in piano playing, but he didn't like that. He went to composing music and producing music. So yeah, he has a master's degree in that. So he's a very smart guy when it comes to music. So you could probably ask him anything, and he will probably nail it on the spot, I bet you. So he was, kind of showing how some of that works, kind of like these progressions of chords and certain keys that he worked with. And then he started talking about the inspiration for the good old classic Halo theme that we hear in every single Halo game practically. I don't really know if it's actually in Halo 4. I'm not too sure, but anyways, so the funny thing about this, I heard this before, but I forgot this after, a year or two after hearing this. He actually got the inspiration from the song Yesterday by Paul McCartney, and he pretty much used the same key of that song, but kind of like twist up the chords and kind of like rearrange them, and that's how he got the Halo theme. It was just really cool the way he explained it. So he had a piano, he was kind of like he's playing Yesterday a little bit, singing along with it, and you kind of heard what that was. I think it's an E major chord. And see, I'm also kind of like, I don't want to say a musician, but I play guitar, and this stuff makes sense to me. I really do enjoy learning about music, and it's something I'm honestly kind of thinking about trying to, part of me wants to pursue some of an education in music. But so he's doing that, and it was just really interesting to kind of hear him rearrange it. And then you kind of heard him kind of like put some of the chords and rearrange it in from Yesterday. And he was like, well, what if I put it like this? It was like the da da da, and everyone just kind of like just shut up, and everyone was kind of like, oh, it was just kind of really cool, just the way he had that, how he set that up. So he just kind of like had this idea. He said, well, I wanted to make this theme for the game, very ancient feeling, but yet heroic. So he studied actually in Gregorian chants back in college, and you guys don't know, that's what the Catholicism uses a lot. And it's just this chant of monks, just like the way they just chant. So just literally look it up, or just listen to the original Halo music. That is the original Halo theme. I can't even speak of this unscripted idea. This is a bad idea, but that is what Gregorian chant is, and he liked that, so he wanted that for the ancient feel. And he, by the way, guys, he needed to think of the Halo theme literally in like a day or two. because they needed to get the theme out for the trailer. So it was pretty much the last minute. But he also said, well, I also want a heroic idea because it's military and we have the hero Master Chief. So that's when he kind of brought in the violins for like the da 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 da. I know it's kind of really just cringy for me, but just, you know, to do that. So that's how he kind of got that theme, and they presented it at E3, I'm pretty sure. No, it was not E3. It was some Apple conference, because that was when Bungie was originally owned by Apple, but he said that they already kind of knew that Microsoft was going to buy them out. It was like up in the air, but it was probably a good chance that would happen. And people liked it. So at E3, when they showed off the Halo Combat Evolved gameplay trailer, it looks a little bit different, and you can just tell it's different. But he has the original soundtracks, and he stuck with the original Halo theme, and you know, people recognize it. So it was very cool. So he did this cycle. Well, it was just he did it for every Halo game, 1, 2, and 3. He showed the trailer and kind of talked about the music, where this came from. So the cool part was going to Halo 2. After, he said, they have a good background of the music. They kind of know what they're doing, but he said he kind of want to revamp it, especially with the idea of, you're looking at the different side of with the Arbiter and the Covenant. It's kind of more like some people say, like a space opera. I don't know. That's what some people call it, Halo 2, but I don't know really what you really consider it. Just a great story. That's my opinion. I know some people do not like Halo 2 at all, but I think it's more of a popular opinion to like Halo 2. But he was just showing now, he stuck with the original Halo theme, but he said, well, let's add some more, big, grandiose, and he changed some stuff up, and he did say something about the one track in Halo 2, which was the one that's dun 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 dun. I know it's just awful for me to do, but you know what I'm talking about. The one which shows Master Chief coming down, through space, getting ready to get the bomb of the Covenant, and in the original Halo 2 trailer, the original announcement trailer. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know the song. I'm not going to explain it, but he said, he wanted that really heroic feel and more militaristic feel. So, and that really delivered with the Halo 2 trailer. That had people hyped. I mean, I had no clue what Halo was at that time because I was only 3 years old. So the Halo would be like, what to me? What's that? I don't even know what a video game is at the age of 3. It was too out of my comprehension. I only knew a couple things like dinosaurs and God, I have no clue. Back when I was 3 years old, who knows really? But so that was really cool the way he kind of introduced that. And he said they want to change some things up. That's why they brought Steve Vai for some electric guitar stuff. Just to really make you feel like a badass game, kick ass, just you knew what you're doing. Just kind of stick with the original, but just improvise and kind of innovate it. I don't know why I said renovate, but and just make it kind of old feeling but familiar. So that's what they got off Halo 2, and he kind of explained the story a little bit, just for some people that might not know, just for the layman terms, if you just don't know what Halo 2 is. It's kind of his brief little description of it. And while he was doing this, he keeps showing the announcement trailers for Halo 1, 2, and 3, which I'm already saying. So of course he moves on to Halo 3. So Halo 3, he starts off with the Halo 3 trailer, and he's going to explain, they wanted to, make this announcement at E3 really special. This E3 probably back in 2006, he was saying, I'm pretty sure. And he said, well, when I was doing this, I wanted to, make sure, start with something just, that gets your attention right away. So he thought, if you watch the Halo 3 announcement trailer, it starts with the piano just hitting that one, little key that you hear at the beginning, the Halo thing. It's the ding, and just kind of rings off. And you hear the kind of the choir kind of come in. He shows the landscape, and hits it again, that same note, and shows Cortana. He says, and with this, he wanted to get this old feeling of back at Halo 1. He said he wanted to get this old familiar feeling, but kind of new. So it's kind of bringing the old back. So it's kind of new for the new game. So he had that put in, and that's basically what the idea of Halo 3 is, but still bring some new stuff to the table, because it was the Halo 3, the big final thing. And he said Bungie really wanted to make this game special in how it was going to play. So the cool thing was about the trailer, he actually implemented a parts of Halo 1 soundtrack in it, just kind of revamp, and that's why he had the more heroic theme for Master Chief kind of coming out of the cloud of dust, and that really uplifted the hope feeling of it. So that was really cool. And then he just brought the Halo theme in, but just this grandiose bombastic drums hitting when it shows all the Covenant ships moving towards the Arc portal in Africa and Halo 3. So that was just really cool the way he was explaining how this was done. And he also did explain that the end cutscene for Halo 3, which shows Lord Hood, commemorating all the soldiers that fall, and also the Arbor there, it has like the militaristic theme. He said, well, we just want to go for something militaristic because it's a military service. And then when it showed the Arbiter, it had that the one Halo theme. How about we'll just put it in here? You guys will just, here it is right here, this theme. Okay, there you go. That's the theme. This is kind of like more signify the Arbiter and kind of his story. You hear it in Halo 2 a lot. This scene where it shows the Arbiter, especially the one scene in Quarantine Zone, shows Arbiter and Artas running to secure the Quarantine Zone, and that was really cool. And then he said somehow when it was showing the 117 numbers, he said he somewhat put some theme in that Master Chief. I really didn't catch where that was, so I was a little confused with that. And then he then he showed the final cutscene of Halo 3 with the Master Chief and Cortana in the Fordo's Dawn, kind of ripped apart, and kind of like at the end of Halo Combat Evolved's story, you had that same kind of feeling like it was over, but like this is literally, it's over now, this trilogy. And yeah, I kind of explained that really weird with all of this stuff, but that's where you get unscripted. But I mean, it was just really cool the way he was doing this. And the thing that I kind of took away when he was saying this, that honestly, part of him I do agree a lot on, but he said after Halo 3, they should literally just, quote, Mike dropped it right there and ended Halo. And part of me, yes, I think that honestly they should have done that, because that would have been the perfect note to end it. I mean, Halo, it's just this 3-game legendary little trilogy of games that just kick-ass characters and just an overall great story. But I'm glad they continued. But I think if they did drop Halo after Halo 3, we'll be waiting for Halo 4 like Half-Life 3. So sorry, Half-Life fans, but who knows if it happened. I probably won't, unfortunately. I've never played it, but I hear it's a really good game. I need to play Half-Life and Portal because, I'm an uncultured video game player. So, and so then he kind of talked about Destiny and how that worked. And he said, the one theme, the one song, I'm going to play it here, if I can remember. Here it is. And it's actually a very cool theme. And it really has this cool theme for Destiny. And he said that they just really wanted something just simple, nothing too grandiose for Destiny, but just something simple that just be like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then, well, of course, after Destiny 1, good old Activision laid Marty O Donnell off. And just very unfortunate, because Destiny does have, it's a pretty good game at core, but it also has its microtransactions, especially Destiny 2. Just kind of got, story's kind of bad, but the art style, I saw something today on Twitter, how great the art style is, and I can't deny that at all. So that was kind of cool hearing him talk about Destiny a little bit, but I'm not the biggest Destiny fan, but I still enjoy it. And then he talked about his current project, a game called Golem. Like I said, it's going to be on PlayStation VR. He said it's like a story about a couple kids that lost their mom, and something, he showed a trailer and kind of didn't really make sense kind of what was going on. It didn't show any kids. It showed like this beast, like Rocky Beast thing, this like one girl with like this bandana around her eyes and like glowing, like she could see through this beast. So she was like almost like she was in a simulation. So it was pretty cool, like the way they had the trailer. And the one music they had, it was a very like interesting little piece. So the story he told, I'm not sure if I should be telling these stories because that's what Marty said, but I want to share the experience with you. And who knows, Marty, when we find this video. But the music that he had playing in this, if you want to look up the Golem trailer, it is actually his wife humming this lullaby that he wrote for his daughter back a while back. And the funny thing about this lullaby, they had a fire in the studio, and this piece of this lullaby was still intact. Like the whole sides of it were burned up, but the whole entire music written part was still intact. So that was really cool. So it's like this simple little lullaby song throughout this trailer, and it's his wife humming it. And it's a cool little piece. It's not my favorite thing, it's not really like the Marty O Donnell would think back in Halo, but you could tell it kind of has that feel a little bit of Marty O Donnell, just kind of like that creativity that he would give off. So And yeah, then pretty much after that, he started answering some questions. I couldn't really stay that long after when he started answering some questions, but it was, a couple questions were pretty good. I can't really remember what, just basic questions, but overall, it was a really good experience. It kind of like opened my eyes in music in a different way because I really love music. And kind of wanted to start a career maybe in music, as ridiculous that is, but um, yeah, it was a really cool experience to hear Marty talk, and just like it just really made me even more prouder to be a part of the Halo community. And I kind of want to ask him the question, what do you think of the soundtracks of Halos 4 and 5? And I was kind of really wondering what he'd say about it. I feel like he'd probably say Halo 4 had a really good soundtrack, which it did actually. It really fitted the feel of Halo 4 story. I'm not sure what he would say about Halo 5 because Halo 4 and Halo 5 have two different composers for their music. So I'm not too sure. He did say that he enjoyed working on Reach and ODST as well, which they had some really good soundtracks, especially ODST with the kind of like the more jazzy blue kind of feel. And I don't know if that's like the right word, but you kind of know what I mean. They had some saxophone bits in there, like the little piano riffs, and like the Rain. That's an amazing song. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about hearing Marty O Donnell talk. I've been rambling on for 16 minutes already, so yeah, I don't know if you made it through to the end of this video of me talking unscripted. Congratulations, you are a trooper, my friend. So guys, make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and kind of listen to what I experienced while listening to Marty O Donnell, and hopefully he does come around your area as well. I was really surprised when I saw him. It was Grim Brother One that retweeted his tweet on saying this. I'm like, holy crap, that's it, and it's also free. So I'm like, might as well go. And it was just a really good experience, and I'm glad I went. I was really close to not going, but I'm glad I went. I think if I didn't, well, I don't know. I've been kind of a little upset, but I'm like, oh well, but no, it was actually a really good experience. Also, guys, make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel and enjoy any of the content you see on the channel. Fortnite, Halo, and just kind of whatever. And yeah, guys, that's all I have to say. I'll see you in the next video. Have yourself a fantastic day.